Hello everyone, how's it going? I am back with the message you need to hear right now. Let's hop right into the reading and find out what is it that your angels really want to tell you. From the jump, I was hearing something very specific, that you were chosen for a very specific reason in this lifetime. I just recently did a reading about how you guys are unpredictable, and I definitely feel like that falls in line with my message today, because people are trying to predict you. Sometimes you probably don't even understand yourself, and it's because you are a unique soul with a unique path and a unique purpose. So sometimes when you try to put yourself into a box, or other people try to, it just doesn't work out. Like, a lot of you right now could be in some sort of phase in life where you want to figure out your next move, but yet your life doesn't look like everyone else's, or your talents or your gifts don't match in with other career paths. Like, I definitely am sensing that you guys have already been living your purpose to some extent, but you're being called to the next level of your purpose. So I'm definitely hearing the message that you need to let go of control, because a lot of this is really just planned out for you, as long as you stay positive and get rid of those negative people and voices in your head that tell you that you can't do it. Because I definitely feel like you guys are going to be stepping foot into a big part of your journey that maybe you can't even fathom right now. But what I'm hearing is that you were chosen for a specific purpose, and don't let anybody get into your head and let you feel like you're not, because you most certainly are. But of course, your life is not going to look like everyone else's. A lot of you guys really want something to kind of like model your life after, or some sort of inspiration, but you're not really finding it right now. And the message is to go within, because you're definitely going to find that spark and that next step on whatever it is you're being called here to do. Now, the interesting part as well is that nobody can tell you what your purpose is. Every single person watching this, although I am talking to a lot of people at once, I'm also talking to you. Your purpose is very specific to what you came here to do, and only you truly know that path, and it's going to unravel at the right time. I feel like a lot of these things are hidden, not only from us, but other people, and it's because of the fact that your path is very protected. So I hope that makes sense, because I feel like a lot of you are in a phase right now where you're trying to figure out your next move, and you're trying to plan out your future, but your gifts and your talents and your personality and your skills and everything you came here to do does not model after what has been done before. So you're about to do something that hasn't been done before, and I definitely feel like a lot of you feel like that's a very profound statement. But hear me out. Even the lines of work that you guys may already be established in, you are bringing a new energy to that place. So a lot of you just may feel like you don't fit into your work environment or your family or your community, but yet you still feel a sense of responsibility over there, and there's a reason for it. I'm definitely hearing this one channeled message that I had channeled in the past. You were placed in a particular place for a reason. So some of you guys are in a place right now that you really feel like, okay, why am I here? What now? Like, a lot of you guys did make a major move or a transformation, and you're just kind of waiting on the next step. But I definitely hear recovery first. So a lot of you are just like, okay, what's next? You know, when am I going to get that motivation, or when is that new opportunity going to come in? And I feel like your angels are still reminding you that you are going through a transformation, because like I mentioned in past videos, a lot of you have gone through this transformation where you have gotten rid of a lot of people, bad habits, and situations, and you're still adjusting to this new version of you. I feel like you guys are stepping into a new empowered version of yourself, so that you can fulfill this next part of your purpose. And it doesn't involve you guys really overthinking it or planning it out or overworking. Actually, you're gonna just flow right into it. So when I'm hearing, I'm seeing angel number 321, which is my angel number for it's already on its way, so stop stressing. So some of you guys are like, what's on its way? Like, I don't even know what's on its way, but the next step, whatever it is you need to know about your purpose, is coming next, whether it's through a download or through a friend. Or sometimes our angels speak to us through other people as well. I can't even tell you how many times that someone will just randomly give me a little tidbit of advice, and I listen to it, and it ends up really helping me get where I need to be. It doesn't mean that person had all the answers for me. Sometimes it really just means that your angels, God, speaks through other people. So be open right now to constructive criticism, suggestions, but of course, stay in your leadership energy, stay in your power, because at the end of the day, you are the one that knows your purpose, and don't rely too much on outside validation about your next step. Sorry guys, stuttering, but I feel like a lot of you can be going through a transformation here where you really are trying to figure out like what the heck is going on, and you're still trying to adjust to this new version of you. I get it. You know, you guys could be coming out of a dark night of the soul. And like I said before, we go through multiple transformations, many in a lifetime. It's not just like one awakening and all of a sudden we know our purpose. Our purposes are multidimensional. And I want to get into the next part of this reading. I'm already channeling. I don't even need cards today, but seriously, I was also hearing as well that you guys are multi-talented and multidimensional. So you are coming here onto this planet to display a lot of gifts and talents and skills. You're not just meant to step into one career path. That's why you have multiple talents and skills. And for some of you guys who are younger, like trying to figure out who you want to be in this world and what career you're going to have, it's going to be really difficult for you to put yourself into a box or just figure out, okay, yeah, I want to major in this, I want to do that. And some of you who are older, already established in your careers, but you're kind of wanting to make a shift or a change, you're not feeling excited anymore about what you have going on, it's because there is going to be a change coming into your life and you've been preparing for it. So let's get into it and see what else your angels really want you to know. Yeah, we got the Ace of Cups here. So I feel like you guys are headed towards something that is really going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. I feel like the last part of your journey, a lot of you were really called to kind of detach from some of your, I don't want to say materialism, but definitely an attachment to money or the money you were making in a certain job or place because it wasn't fulfilling you anymore. Maybe you detached from a certain income or just something you guys were doing that maybe was paying the bills, but it just wasn't fulfilling, or that's what you want to do. And I see you guys moving away from something that just wasn't fulfilling for you. But I actually feel as well that whatever it was that wasn't fulfilling was also causing burnout and actually stagnating you and keeping you stuck in the same cycle. So by stepping out of that, whatever it was that you guys were doing, you are opening up yourself to all these new opportunities. And I do feel like you already did this, you already accomplished this. Some of you guys stepped out of a big relationship that maybe you thought you needed to survive. Some of you guys, it was a job or something that you've invested a lot of energy into, but you realized it just wasn't for you anymore. Every single part of your journey has a purpose. Don't ever think that you're running out of time or you're wasting your time, because I also see as well that you are entering the next phase of your purpose, but there's still so many things you guys want to go after and do. And maybe this next phase doesn't involve that big goal or dream, but it's a new aspect that's going to help you get to that step. So yeah, you're definitely being called to the next step on your journey, on your path. So stay focused. I'm hearing that you guys were chosen for a particular purpose because of your talents, your gifts, your skills. I'm also hearing very specifically your sass in your class. I know I have like men and women watching too as well, but the reason why I'm hearing that is because I feel like a lot of you may be a little bit unorthodox, especially for whatever it is you want to go after. And I think that's the point. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to shine. And yeah, I definitely get this huge energy of just feeling like you don't fit in. And it's because you are different, because you're meant to be different. I literally just channeled on a collective exclusive reading on my Patreon. You guys can check that out, talking all about that, how you guys were the black sheep and you stood out or even was rejected by a community, and it really left a lot of scarring. But once you really healed that and realized that this wasn't happening to you, it was happening for you because you were meant to make your own way and enlighten people with your new way of being, it gets easier, but it's still always going to be difficult. But yeah, for my black sheets out there, like, you're going to be stepping into your power and showing people like, yeah, you thought I was different, but watch what I do now. Like, that's kind of what I'm hearing, because people definitely could have criticized you guys for just doing things your own way. Like, even your talents and your skills came about in a way that maybe wasn't traditional. Like, some of you guys can have a talent or skill that most people go to school for, but you taught yourself, like something like that. Let's see. Or some of you guys end up doing something you didn't even go to school for, but it's because you already embodied that gift upon birth. And I'm also hearing as well that because you guys are doing such a good job and staying on the right path, I feel like you've been brought even more gifts, talents, and skills, and a new pathway to enlightenment. Like, I feel like you've gotten even more blessed, or you're having more blessings coming because of the way you guys are handling all the challenges that God, your angels, is throwing at you. You're doing a really good job. You're passing all the tests. So just keep going. I feel like you guys could kind of be at like a standstill right now, or a moment where you're like, okay, what now? Things could be a little quiet, but just know that the next step is coming. You're just being called to rest. Yeah, we got the Chariot. So honestly, it's just like the message is to keep moving forward. Don't look back. Like, that's what I'm hearing, because like I had channeled on my Patreon, a lot of people from your past could be trying to distract you or pull you back into old toxic patterns. And actually, I talk about this in this channel as well, but you guys have definitely dealt with narcissistic people, low vibrational people. And when you realize there's an extra level of spiritual tag that kind of goes into the way that people treat you and act towards you, you begin to feel like, okay, yeah, I'm not crazy, because I do feel like you guys were in a lot of situations where people made you feel extra bad about being yourself and shining, and you're like, okay, never again. But then you realize, oh my gosh, what if they were acting that way because my purpose is so big, because it was triggering darkness, because they don't want me to glow and shine. And I really feel like you guys are finally getting it. Like, you're having this aha moment. Like, there's going to be good days and bad days, because it's always going to be difficult being on a spiritual path, but things are going to get easier when you really remember who you really are, because you guys went through so much that sometimes you forget that you're powerful, you're amazing, and you were chosen, and you're special, and people can see that on you, and you don't wear it as a way to put other people down. I definitely get a humbleness that a lot of you guys can really benefit from staying in this power and being like, oh yeah, I'm that girl, I'm that guy, you know? And you're really going to be showing people up. Like, I'm hearing, and I always hear this, but you know, this next season of your life is really going to make people be like, wow, like, you know, they did all that even after I try to tear them down. and they're gonna regret treating you badly, because there's something new coming into your life, or something new you're going to be embarking on that is going to really like wow people, and it's unraveling right now, and it's out of your control. It's part of the plan. So just go with the flow, follow the motions, and trust your gut that you'll know the right time to strike on. A lot of you guys, it is going to be some sort of project or endeavor or idea, and some of you it's a new job or opportunity, but it's part of the plan. We got the 5 of Cups here, so I do feel like some of you could be feeling a little down right now. But again, you're mourning like the old version of yourself, because some of you could be trying to go back to old ways of being, and it's not giving you that satisfaction anymore. And it's because you are changing into this new version of yourself that's going to go after these things that you were meant to go after. And yeah, that's going to cause some sadness, because the things that used to give you joy or fulfillment, or the friends or the situations, or even the bad habits sometimes that give you that fix of like feeling relief, like they're no longer serving you, or some of you guys have reached a new level of sensitivity that you can't go into the same environments you used to. You can't live the same lifestyle that you used to. For those that have known me for a long time, you guys can follow me on Instagram, Queen Alice Love, but I personally love going out and having fun and dancing. But since I've gotten even more sensitive, like I can't go out like that like I used to. I feel like it kind of leaves me more susceptible to energies that I can't be taking on right now. And it's like, it stinks, but I also feel at the same time like I'm gonna be called towards something else that's beneficial for my energy. And that's just kind of it. Like certain spots, certain environments that you could have loved in the past, everything comes to an end. Like certain places that you used to love to be at are just no longer serving you guys. It doesn't mean you can't honor, or you're better than those people, you're better than those situations. It just means that you're on to a new phase. But it doesn't make it. I feel like people also like don't talk about this enough, but it's okay to feel sad, to mourn the old version of yourself, even if the people and the characters that you guys have been around weren't the best. Like there's still certain parts of your journey that you guys enjoyed. Like not everybody's inherently bad, not everything is inherently good either. Like there's a lot of gray area lessons and learning that we're going through, and you're mourning the old version of yourself. But at the same time, there is an element of people from your past, and also people watching you guys sad that you got away. Like that's kind of what I'm hearing. The 6 of Wands here, you guys don't even realize like the amount of elevation that you're doing right now. So keep up the good work, because I do feel like there's a lot of people watching you and looking up to you. I was hearing like 2 different messages from the jump, and the other thing I was hearing today is that a lot of people are looking up to you. And that's also part of the reason why you guys have this specific purpose, because no matter what you do, you add your own element, you add your own confidence, and you're always spreading light everywhere you go. So your angels, God, are helping you kind of get going on that next project or idea or plan or goal or dream or whatever it is that you guys feel that you really need in this next part of your journey. It's coming, it's on its way. And I feel like 6 of Wands here, you probably already achieved some sort of success or milestone that people are noting. But if not, I do see that coming in. I see some sort of like achievement or trophy or graduation or something for some people, or it's just more like, I'm hearing the word anointment. So you guys have been anointed to like a new level of spirituality. Like I really feel like a lot of you have been strengthening your connection to God, your angels, really blocking out that negativity, whether it be, your own mental health you're working on, or other people's negativity or energy, evil eye, so on and so forth. I really feel like you're doing such a good job consciously like bettering yourself, and your angels really want you guys to know that. Clarity, yeah, I really feel like clarity is coming on this next step. Yeah, 8 of Cups in reverse. You definitely walked away from somebody that you could be feeling in your energy right now, because they're heavily thinking about you. But I'm really hearing don't look back, because whatever the situation was, you had the devil one to come out. Obsession, like people have an unhealthy obsession with you guys. Like this is the truth, and it's because you really do have this new level of star quality. And I feel like the more you step into this purpose, this next phase of your purpose, the more you're going to see people like, wow, like in awe of you. And that's because you guys really do have this light to you, and you're finally stepping out. Like I feel like in the past you were hidden, or some of these aspects of you were hidden, so that you guys can't make it from A to B. And that's kind of why in the past you could get away with being in certain places around certain people without it being so catastrophic to your energy. But now you guys are really stepping into this new level of awareness of who you are and what you came here to do. Like I'm hearing that you guys went through a journey where you really matured, and they're ready for the next steps. What I'm hearing, they're ready. So you guys are ready for some sort of next step here. And of course, there's going to be a new level of you guys being aware of how hyper-focused some people really are on you. In the past, this has always been the case, but you guys may have not been aware of it. But you're definitely going to see evidence of people that you maybe used to talk to years ago, try to reach out to you. This happens to me all the time. There'll be certain people that I haven't even really thought about, or I even did a pretty good job telling them to F off and I want nothing to do with them. And here they go, rolling in with writing them an email or trying to show up or this or that. Well, not show up at my house, but trying to show up in their own ways because I've been moving around a lot, guys, so I don't want anybody stalking me, but I just feel like, I'm sure some people would show up if they could, but they don't know where I'm at. But yeah, I mean, now that I said show up, like, some of you guys may actually have people showing up, because I'm like, you know, hopefully that never happens to me, because I'm an Aquarius, guys. I really don't want any stalkers, but some of you guys really do have that situation where you're in a certain environment and you can't leave, so it's like certain people know where you live, or try to show up where you show up. And that's a big reason why maybe you're being called to not go to the same spots and places you used to, because people are hoping to run into you and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, so-and-so, like, yes, I forgive you for being terrible and horrible to me. Yes, you can come back into my light and suck it dry again. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You guys have this new level of awareness where it's like you don't even want to deal with certain people. You don't even want to talk to certain people, and you might feel bad about it, but this new level of you is really stable and really stronger in. Yeah, I literally just posted on my Reels, which was actually a clip from one of my other videos. I just figured out how to do that. But this is also part of this message today, that you guys have a lot of blessings and stability coming in, but God was waiting for you guys to learn the proper boundaries, to say no, to walk away from certain situations, so that there's people that were vampires around you don't take advantage of your blessings, because there's a lot of people that are sitting and waiting and watching, knowing that your blessings are coming. And I even channeled this before on my Patreon, that there are people that literally feel like your life is their dream life. Like, so there's people that seriously want your life. And this is something that a lot of you guys can comprehend because you're so humble. But there's a lot of people who are saying right now, with your talents, with your gifts, with your skills, they would want to conquer the world. So you guys are super humble with that. You don't use your talents, your gifts, your skills to manipulate or to use people. But you guys have the power to, like, make people fall in love with you, get people obsessed with you. But you really just are trying to make your way in the world and with your head down, because you're so tired of this obsessive energy that's coming from people in the past. I get it. But I feel at the same time, you're learning that this power isn't a bad thing. You can flash it out and help thousands and thousands of people, or a small amount of people, or your family, or whatever it is you guys came here to do. Because I like to say this, that we all get called, but our purposes all look like different, you know? And there's certain people that they don't understand, like, that not everyone gets called to be at the front or a leader, but you get called to certain positions, and it doesn't make you less special. It actually makes you part of the big picture here. Like, I feel like there's certain people where they miss their calling because they're so busy trying to emulate their life after someone else's calling, if that makes sense. And they don't realize that they could be in a beautiful light in their own purpose. And yeah, so maybe that's someone here that you guys got rid of. It looks like a feminine energy here who is trying to build their life based off of your purpose, and they're still not figuring out that they've got their own way here. They got their own gifts and skills, and of course theirs not going to look as good as yours because they're trying to be you. They're trying to emulate your talents when they have their own that they haven't even tapped into, which is unfortunate because you spend time bettering yourself and your gifts and your talents and your strengths, while other people are trying to waste so much energy emulating you, and so their gifts that they were born with are weak now because they haven't really took the time to strengthen them, because they're trying to make their talents and gifts and skills look like yours. And it doesn't have to do with even like psychic abilities. There's gifts that come in many different ways, artistic talents, intelligence, but I do feel like in the spiritual world, like, every spiritual gift given by God and angels looks different. Like, my gifts are different than you guys watching, and there's a lot of people who like try to you know, just be somebody else. And there are people still trying to be you. And I feel like that's part of the reason why you guys were chosen for this particular purpose. Hear me out, because I do feel like wherever you guys are being placed, there needs to be kind of an energy of people emulating some of your positive attributes, your confidence, your ability to not take less than you deserve, your ability to emulate your own way of being. I really feel like your uniqueness. Some of you guys, it really is your speed or your intelligence too. Some of you guys are very like emotionally mature or emotionally aware, and you bring that element and awareness into people's lives. Like, you're bringing knowledge into a certain area that is needed. And so like, you may feel like you're super different than the people that in the environment you're about to hop into or you're in right now. It's because you're needed there, and so people can actually emulate those good qualities or learn from you, basically. But there is going to be an unhealthy you know, side of this where people really seriously just think that you have it made and you have the amazing life, and they want to be you so badly because you are on this new level where it's like people just look at you like, wow, I want to be that. And there's a healthy part to this, but there's also a very toxic part to this. We have the Seven of Swords and Knight of Swords. Yeah, Justice and King of Cups. I'm not gonna lie, there's like certain people you guys have cut off, and they're like envisioning themselves like telling you off and this and that. But another reason why you guys are chosen for this purpose is some of you guys seriously are not to be messed with in the spiritual world, the physical world, but also like I'm feeling some of my people out there who have a sharp tongue. Like, you know, certain people know not to mess with you because they want to come in and curse you out, but they know you can ruin their lives, and just speaking their truth onto them. Like, your gift is also discernment, and you can see people's truth. And maybe some of you guys have a delivery when you're mad that isn't the best, because I mean, I'm seeing somebody here that wants to come in and try to tell you off, but they know that you will hurt their feelings and make them cry by just speaking the truth. And they're mad that you called them out in the past, and they're still mad. So this could be masculine energy. I'm seeing a water sign here too as well. So all they could do is sit and watch it from afar. So you got a lot of people still obsessing over you guys. For those that, you know, have Instagram or whatever, you could probably see these people watching your story and this and that, fake accounts. But there's just a lot of people just really focused on you guys and what you're about to do next. Yeah, there's just a lot of people in situations that you guys have put to an end. And this is a sign to keep these people in the past, because this new version of you is going to be attracting so much better. And I heard this before, but it's not lonely at the top, it's lonely in between seasons. So you guys are in between a season right now, and you're really being called to a new level, and you're on a new timeline here that you earned this. So there's going to be new and better coming in. I definitely see like new job, new opportunity, new idea, something new being formulated that has been kind of in the works for a while. It could be something from the past, you're resurfacing in a new way, but again, it's going to be specific to your life and your purpose. So if you already kind of have an idea or a plan in your mind, it's going to be called into action at the right time. And if you're already working on it or planning on embarking on something new very, very soon, just know that you are guaranteed for success. Because again, you guys know that I have like different channels, and I do Patreon, and I have my Pick a Card channel. I did that channel for around 6 years, so I'm pulling back my energy from there. I'm really enjoying the collectives. But I do pick a card readings, monthly predictions on my Patreon. And again, I always pick up collective energies, so I'm just being reminded of some of the energies I just picked up on the reading that I just did about you are guaranteed for success in this. So whatever it is that you're being called to do, you are guaranteed for success. Like that, I was hearing that from one of the messages, and this is exactly coming through again. Like, you are literally already in the star energy. It's like your energy is already prepping for this big spotlight, this big win, this big successful new version of yourself has already been made. So that's why people are already looking at you in a new light. So you've been chosen for a new path now, and people are looking at you in a new light, specifically is what I'm hearing. And yeah, you're going to start dreaming again. You're going to start getting inspired again, because I do feel some of you are like, okay, well, I'm not really feeling it right now. I'm just still feeling down or drained or still a little traumatized by these people in the past coming at me left, right, and center. And maybe a little tired from the spiritual warfare or whatever you have going on. But just know you're meant to trigger people. That's another reason why you guys were chosen for this purpose. Choices, questioning, pros and cons, and concerns. Yeah, I feel like intelligence, studying, outsmart, advantage. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are like studying you guys, and you're probably feeling it right now. And some of you guys, like, you are unpredictable, because the thing is that, like, I was picking up in the other reading about you guys being unpredictable. You might even be unpredictable to yourself, because you're just following God and your intuition, and the next pathway is hidden still, even from you. So there's people right now trying to calculate your every move so they can emulate it. Meanwhile, you guys don't even know what you're probably up to right now. You're probably just listening to your intuition, telling you to go inward, go hermit, protect your energy. But it's like there's something new coming in that even you don't see coming. And that's because your angels don't want people to even try to copy your next move, because it could be something that even shocks you. This new opportunity, this new job, feminine energy, air, attraction, focus. Yeah, you guys could have air sign placements. I feel like some of you guys could be quite, it could be like overthinking right now. Like, what do I do next? Or what's my next choice? Or you're in a situation right now that you need to kind of figure yourself out in, or figure yourself out of some sort of situation, but it's going to come to you. You got documents, signature, finalization, legality. Yeah, I see like things really turning in your favor. Secrets, betrayal, fear, suspicion. Yeah, so you guys successfully outsmarting someone, or this has something to do with someone in the past still watching you. You successfully like outsmarted them and got yourself out of some sort of situation that maybe you were involved in. Could have been a marriage, could have been a relationship, could have been something legal. So yeah, you guys are getting rid of somebody who was basically attached to you guys. By the way, guys, this is my Halloween digital deck. You guys can check out my digital decks in my Etsy shop and in my Shopify if you're interested, because I do enjoy creating them. But I've got the Queen of Villains here. And negativity. So there was just someone here that definitely tried to latch themselves onto your life, and you guys successfully outsmarted them and got rid of them. And now you're kind of looking for this next chapter, and I'm hearing that you got to be open to the right people coming in, even though maybe you've been scarred and scorned, but now you know what not to do in certain situations, especially when you do have this strong spiritual purpose. Certain people are going to be able to not be able to be around you or handle it. So masculine energy, water, secret power, awakening. And then we have solution, critical thinking. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people around you send them through awakenings, and it's hard for them to handle, because it's like you are bringing truth onto people's lives. And again, your high vibrational energy just triggers people into awakenings in general. So anyone that is really not open to looking at themselves in a harsh light, growing and just being on that next level will not be able to spend a lot of time in your energy field. Self-respect, standards, empowerment, strong presence. That you're chosen for this lifetime because of these reasons: your self-respect, your standards, your empowerment, your strong presence. And again, in the past, some of you guys may have felt like you've compromised those things, but this is a power that's within you. So even when at times you've been struggling and forgetting who you are, it's really easy for you guys to call back that power. And this power is even within you guys. Even when you even feel at your lowest, like you just have an energy that triggers the heck out of people. Yep, you guys definitely broke some sort of pattern that was taking away from your quality of life, and you're manifesting this like new version of you. And I really feel like some of you guys, it's manifesting, but a lot of you guys, it's just following your path that was laid out for you upon birth. So again, a lot of you guys are trying to plan what is already meant for you, and you're definitely going through a divinely orchestrated glow up so that you can enter this new level of who you are, what you came here to do. So keep going, keep defending what it is that you built. I see that you guys are going through a huge awakening again right now. So again, if your energy feels a little funky, you got the Four of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Definitely rest, but I feel like that's what you're being called to do right now, because whatever energies you just cut off from your life and elevated away from could still be affecting you. And just with like I said before, sometimes people's energies can really be like drugs. Like when you withdraw from this energy, you could really feel sick and not like yourself, because these energies are trying to come in and come back and get in on your energy. It could be really uncomfortable, poke and pry, and it's just because your energy is very addictive. So even if these people say they want nothing to do with you, or you're the bad guy, or this or that, they're still so focused on you. We got the Emperor, the Tower, the King of Wands. You definitely sent someone through a tower moment just by enjoying your life and being you and walking away from them. There's somebody here who really probably thought you guys would try to stay in their life or always be around, took you for granted, and now they're thinking about you a lot, watching you, and they're realizing that you're walking away. We got the Fool here. Yeah, somebody's realizing that they were really foolish in their connection with you. Oh well. We got the World here. What else is new, right? Balance, the Lovers, the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you guys will have somebody trying to come in or come back into your life that you've dealt with in the past. It's just kind of coming in really heavy in your energy, but it's really up to you guys what you want to do there, especially, yeah, this person could be observing you guys. But the reason why I mention it is not because you are meant to be back in these situations if you don't feel called to. Again, it's your path, your choices, you have free will. It's more of just understanding that this is the energy you're feeling right now, and you're feeling a lot. And that's why sometimes, even though you are doing all the right things and moving forward and being this healthier version of yourself, some days could be hard. Some days you could feel down. Some days you could feel overwhelmed. Just keep going, because you guys really are realizing that you are this Queen of Stars. You're high value. And some of you guys are destined to be famous. If you're not, some of you guys are famous already. Like I felt that. But a lot of you are destined for this new level of fame and success in this next version of you. So even if you are already a certain level of fame or success in your life, if you even have a certain level of it already, it's going to be catapulting is what I'm hearing. So even some of you guys already have YouTube channels that get some followers, some views, or TikTok or this or that, or you're very well known in your community, picture that tenfold. Like I see that you're going to get even more attention for all this work that you've been doing in this new path that you've been chosen for. So it could be for some of you. I truly believe some of us are chosen like upon birth, but some people make the wrong decisions and there goes that. But I also feel like people get chosen just by doing a good job and being very spiritual, having a good connection with God, and they get chosen for a particular path that opens up. Because again, not everything is written in stone. So I feel like some of you, there could just be something new that's coming in that God and your angels feels like you'd be really great at, some new kind of new job that they need you for. And it could be like, an actual job, or it could be like, a spiritual job, some kind of purpose here. But I feel like, most of you guys resonate with just feeling like you've had a strong purpose from a young age and you were chosen for that. But I do feel like this is new pathway, something new, a new level to it that you guys are stepping into. Like you've already been on a chosen person path, but there's like some kind of new wave that you're going to be riding, some sort of new place you're being called to, if that makes sense. So yeah, and I feel like a lot of you guys are really popping out of hiding, popping out of hermit, and yeah. Oops, dropping my cards. Okay, yeah, I feel like there's just like, I kept seeing a lot of energy of people still, like, I was peeking this deck, a lot of people still watching, like, somebody really tried to trap you in a situation. There's a lot of mess going on in your past, like, that just keeps, like, these people just keep watching you and really, like, mad, like, damn, you spoiled my plans, but I really feel like, don't worry about that, because I'm really just trying to push that energy out and focus on the new version of you in the future. Like, that's what you guys are meant to be doing, because it's like, okay, you're just being called to know that you still have people, like, hiding out and watching you, because you can feel it. Yeah, we definitely have this like Queen of Villains energy. So somebody could be really focused on you guys still, but yeah, watch out for people again trying to instigate you guys, because you are on this new level, even if you don't feel like it, because once you really start balancing your energy out and you're away from all this a little bit further, you're really going to feel empowered. But right now you could be still feeling a little bit of this energy of what you've gone through, but you actually are in a really good place. And again, if you guys just cut off someone that was very toxic in your life, a lot of their negative, low vibrational fears, ways of thinking, anxiety, just untreated mental health, whatever they have going on. And I hate to say it like that, because, you know, we all have our own issues, but I just feel like some people who just like refuse to kind of acknowledge that they got an issue and they throw it onto you, and don't want to work on themselves, those type of people, like, you've definitely dealt with a lot of them. And a lot of this crazy energy you're feeling is still that, because again, a lot of people take, you know, their energy and latch it right onto you. And especially if some of you guys were in living situations or long relationships, but some of these individuals you're getting rid of, you're going to feel waves of this from time to time, but just keep going, because you are elevating away from it. And I'm feeling like you're going to have a breakthrough within the next couple of days of feeling a lot better if you haven't already. So again, keep up the good work. And yeah, past situationship could also be watching you guys again. Wow. But I feel like for those that are also in a new relationship as well, or in a relationship, that could also be triggering a lot of your past lovers too. But again, keep up the good work, guys, because I just feel like there's still a lot of people who want to pursue a place in your life, but a lot of people lost their opportunity to do that. But again, back to the main message of this reading, you are being called for a new purpose. Within your purpose, a new pathway is opening up for you. So let go of control. I just see those doors are going to be opening naturally, and you're still going through a transformation and withdrawing from a lot of toxicity and elevating. So I'm coming out of a dark night, and again, some of this was really a dark night imposed onto you by other energies, something you had to learn from. All these experiences are meant for learning and growth, but I understand when you guys go through it, how difficult it could be. Again, a lot of you guys really survived some really toxic, narcissistic, low vibrational BS. And you're coming out on top and more powerful. But as you come out of these energies, you really realize how different energetically these people really were from you. As they try to enter back in, you're like, whoa, what is that, you know? So again, you're definitely going to be knowing the next step very, very soon. I'm seeing a breakthrough the next couple days, and you're going to start feeling a lot better. Some of you guys are planning like a trip or travel or a getaway, or you're coming back from one. I definitely sense that could definitely help you guys get rid of some stagnant energy that could be around you. Don't forget to cord, cut, cleanse, go to the ocean if you live around the ocean. You know, do whatever you can to cleanse the energies in your home, because you got a lot of new coming. And I just don't want you guys being pulled back down by some of these old energies that are just no longer serving you. Sometimes you just got to acknowledge it for what it is and step away from it. Do something to distract yourself when you feel it. For me in particular, definitely at nighttime, I feel a lot of these energies, and it stinks because I'm like, what is this energy? I'm feeling down. I'm like, oh, I go to bed, I wake up, wasn't mine, you know? And again, you can also feel sad just for the changes that you're going through, but it's so that a lot of you, again, the old things you used to do are not bringing you joy, and it's because you're going to be called towards those next new hobbies or skills or ideas that are going to bring in the abundance and the next part of your purpose. So just go with the flow and do what you enjoy. You'll be surprised how going to a new place or playing a new game or hanging out with a new person actually leads you to the next step, because clarity is coming about your next step. So that's what I'm seeing, and you're doing a lot of healing. And yeah, I just see a lot of people from your past still trying to reconnect. So if you guys can just remember that not all the energy you're feeling is your own. Keep up the good work. Your angels are very proud of you, and get really excited because you are about to have more success coming towards you tenfold in something new you're about to embark on. Hope you guys like that message. Bye.